Hey my NEET warriors, a lot of you have been asking me, sir, how will the NEET 2024 paper be? And since you have been teaching JEE students as well, and this year I conducted all the discussions of the sessions which were there in January attempt. So I have a good idea of how the paper was, what is the quality, the type of questions, because I have seen many people do these kind of analysis and usually it is either from the newspaper or it is from somebody else's video, but this is a pure analysis which I have done, my team has done based on the JEE syllabus. And you might be wondering, is JEE even important for NEET? Well, let me tell you, it is. And if you see the trends don't lie. The trends say that however JEE papers have gone, same way the NEET papers have gone. I'll give you a very simple example. See, earlier physics paper also used to be hard, like say for example 2010, 12, in that era. Sometimes chemistry used to be hard. And the same thing was also more or less observed in NEET. If you see recent years, it's the maths paper which is toughest in JEE and biology is the toughest in NEET. Physics, chemistry are more or less similar and they are very easy. Sometimes chemistry is asked straight out of the book and the same thing has been followed. In 2020, physics was decently okay. Same thing happened in NEET also. So, very similar things have happened in the past that gives you the idea of what might happen. And at the end of the day, you think about it. See, even if NMC sets it and NTA sets it, it's a group of people who know each other well, who talk to their members, the other committees, how they have been setting the paper. They also exchange their ideas and they also have a certain guidelines and certain kind of benchmarks that they want to set in the current year. That's the reason why I said that predicting the paper becomes easier if you know the JEE analysis. Alright, first of all, smash the like button if you have not done that yet, and yes, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for joining in, and thank you for appreciating my diagram skills. So thank you so much, and that too for a physics teacher, it means a lot. Okay, so let's talk about difficulty first. Okay, so for that I have created this analysis. I will just show that to you right over here. Now look at this particular analysis chart. Okay, if you look at all the shifts of JEE, right, physics was mainly formula based, you can see, and after certain time the questions started even repeating from the previous shifts, and many questions over here were also repeated from, not directly, but the kind of question, values will be changed, or some things will be changed from older papers like 2023, 2022, 2021. The recent papers played a very important role over here, and this physics analysis continues even for the 30th January, 31st January, and even the 1st February shifts. All the papers were easy to moderate, so they never surprised any JEE student. They never surprised. And are there any NEET students who wrote these papers? Please let me know in the chat box right away, right now. Many of my students who wrote the JEE paper told that, sir, they found the paper was straight only. I mean, it was not really out of the blue. I didn't feel like it was way out of the league of a NEET aspirant. That's what many students told. Few questions, yes, were there here and there. It required little bit of maths or little bit of working, but 80% of the paper was easily doable by a NEET aspirant. That is what many students have come and told me. Okay, now talking about chemistry, if you see, the chemistry paper was easy, balanced. There was very little inorganic, so something which you should be aware of in most of the papers. The organic part was usually the trickier one. What did I say? The organic part was usually the trickier one. Physical chemistry had little bit of calculation. I remember when the JEE discussion was going on, one question on mole concept was, what is mole fraction? And it was like m1 upon m1 plus m2, like that. Those kind of questions have also come in JEE. So we found it hard to believe. We're like, should we even discuss that question? But yeah, imagine that chapter, you might have spent wasted so much of time, but such a simple question comes in the examination. Okay, inorganic was less, more or less balanced paper from other things. Why inorganic is less? Because most of the chapters from inorganic were deleted. Yeah, the main things will be D and F block, coordination, compounds and all of those things, obviously. Many of it was directly based on NCERT. Most of the shifts you can see are based out of NCERT. Few times there were out of the syllabus questions also, we'll come to that in a bit, and the same trend continued till the end. If it is clear, then we'll go ahead now to maths paper. Now, why you will be wondering, sir, why maths paper? Sir, what is the use of maths paper? We don't have maths. I'll tell you why. Look at these star marks over here. Look at the things which I have written: moderate, lengthy, tricky, doable but lengthy. It's like you feel like you can do it, but it's very lengthy if it is easy. Otherwise, you won't understand how to do it. It's very tricky. Moderate, difficult, lengthy, moderate, difficult, lengthy, moderate, difficult, lengthy, moderate, difficult, lengthy, tough, lengthy, easy but lengthy. This is the kind of paper that was set in mathematics, which means what might happen to you. So let's come to the point over here. One second, let me just get back to these slides. Yes, okay. So difficulty wise, see, physics is expected to be easy to moderate, and expect it to be completely formula based questions, and also previous year questions will play a very important role over here. And like it has been seen even before, NCERT back exercise questions have repeatedly come. NCERT in-text questions, back exercise and additional exercise, whatever questions are there, additional exercise, back exercise, these questions play a very important role because the questions are directly repeated many years. Okay, so that's for physics. If you talk about chemistry, like I said, less of inorganic, only certain chapters are there. Then organic wise, there could be some tricky questions at times. The physical chemistry was little bit less calculative. They were direct questions or theoretical questions, not very crazy calculations, because usually students are scared only of the calculation part in physical chemistry. Is that right? Yep. So that is what was found in chemistry. Now what will happen to bio? Bio is the one where you might have tricky questions, where you might have boundary questions. I'll tell you what is boundary questions. You might also have some difficult questions in bio. So this is the subject where, you know, things might be a deciding factor. But if you are a you know, what do you say, determined NEET aspirant, if you are a determined student who is focused and who knows that yes, I have to clear bio, I need to know bio very well, for you guys most of it will be fine. Few questions here and there, expect little bit tricky, some ambiguity will be there and all those things. Okay, is this part clear? Difficulty wise, give me a thumbs up or put up a heart emoji in the chat box. Very good. Yep. Now let's talk about bonus and out of syllabus and boundary questions. See, what happened is, in chemistry there were times when a question was asked, the data in NCERT is different. If you Google online, it is slightly different. Which data will you stick to? Only NCERT. That is why I said many students thought that this was out of syllabus or it is not there in NCERT like this. Sir, I Googled online, it was different. But if it is there in NCERT, then that's it. It is as it is. NTA will accept that. So NCERT is the king. That is number one. NCERT is the king, no matter what other online sources, any coaching material might say anything, that really doesn't matter. Okay, that is number one. Next thing which was important is, let's say a chapter was deleted or chapter is not there in the syllabus, but still they have asked a question in a slightly different way and it is present in some other chapter as a line or an example. I think it happened in metallurgy question in chemistry, where Students thought it was a metallurgy question or something like that, but actually that statement is given in S or a P block or something, somewhere in between. So you might think it's out of syllabus. But it may be there in other chapter. Also, it might happen in biology that they might ask you a boundary level question. What is the meaning of a boundary level question? Borderline or boundary line. Borderline questions were common in mathematics also and in chemistry also. Meaning it is debatable whether it is in the syllabus or out of the syllabus. So such things have occurred in the JEE. So borderline questions may occur. Understand that. May occur. Right? So you might say, no, I thought this was not in the syllabus, but then in NCERT somewhere they have mentioned very vaguely about it. So if you do little bit of study, then you'll understand, okay, yeah, it makes sense. It was general knowledge. You should know about it, or it makes logical sense that, yeah, this option is only true. That also happened. In one of the question, what happened is, observe this, what happened? Option A in the syllabus, option B in the syllabus, option C in the syllabus, option D not in the syllabus. Now, because of this option, which is not in the syllabus, people thought the question is only out of the syllabus. But no, nothing like that. Because these three options are in the syllabus, and let's say option B was the actual correct answer, so NTA NMC will not give you bonus for that. So such things have also happened in JEE. Is this clear? See, this kind of analysis nobody is going to give you on the internet and YouTube. You might see many teachers might try to copy me right now, right? Because I have been doing all these analysis. I have been teaching for JEE. I have been doing all the discussions, in the past few weeks, right? So I wanted to get you to get this information firsthand, that too from a teacher who has been teaching in JEE. Okay, so this can happen. So be careful. So expect the unexpected. Now, for bonus, remember the rules in NEET are slightly different than in JEE. So only if you attempt the question, and let me tell you what happens in case if a question is bonus. Let's say a question is bonus. What do you mean by question is bonus? Meaning, let's say the options which are there, right? They have some problem. The options only A, B, C, D, they have some problem. Okay. Maybe 2 options are correct. Maybe 3 options are correct. Maybe 4 options are correct. Maybe none of the options are correct. Question is fine. Let's say option number A and B both are correct. You select A, you will get marks. You select B, you will get marks. Let's say none of these options are correct and still you mark C or D. None of these options are correct. You mark C and D, still you will get bonus marks. You don't attempt the question, you don't get bonus marks. What did I say? If you don't attempt the question, you don't get bonus marks. Unless the question only is wrong. Doesn't make sense. Question is only vague, missing data, etc. Then everybody gets marks. Understand that. So the things are slightly different in NEET and JEE, right? So you need to be aware of it. This means when you feel that 2 options are correct, and you're 100% sure about it, don't leave the question, mark one of them, you will get the answer. Don't think, sir, but other answer was also correct. But you are 100% sure both the options should be correct. Then you mark one of them, don't mark the other 2. Is that clear, everybody? Then you will get bonus marks later on. We will be able to challenge the key. Okay, great. Next thing, how about the competition? Yeah, the competition in JEE was much higher than expected, because usually there were 6 to 8 lakh students. Earlier. Now it went to 11 to 12 lakh students, around this much. So there was a massive increase, massive jump in the number of students, so competition increased. Now if you look at NEET, last to last year there were around 18 lakh students, and then it went to around 20 plus lakhs students, right? So 20 lakh plus students gave NEET examination. This year it is expected that it might again be higher, about 20 lakh. That means competition is tough, number one. So first of all, what is the problem? What are the problems? The problem is the number of students is going to be high. That means the competition. You can see all these pandus, many pandus are going to write the examination, number one. Number two, if it's an easy paper, then also it will be a problem, especially physics and chemistry. Then it will make those cutoffs higher. Okay, that is another thing. Another problem is that bio, if it is medium to difficult, and bio is given priority. It is given priority in a tiebreaker. If you notice, the new tiebreaker rule is that bio will be given priority, then chemistry, then physics, and bio is the difficult one. Bio has obviously more weightage, 360 marks. If you mess up bio, expect that your rank will go down. So be careful about it. You can't take bio for granted. You can't say, oh, I'm a NEET student, I know bio inside out. Yes, if you know inside out, good. But if you think that there are some gaps, you need to do those things, please fill up those gaps. Is that very, very clear, my dear warriors? Yep, perfect. Next thing, talking about the topics which NTA NMC might love. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Just like Pandus might love Champa, Champas might love Pandu, NTA NMC loves certain topics. What are those topics? Let me just show them to all of you. Can I press enter somewhere? Yep. Okay. Let me just show you those topics. Whatever topics NTA NMC might love. Okay. This is purely based out of JEE, but obviously things might change. Ignore the maths part. Okay. So in physics and chemistry, if you see, once again, where did it go? Yeah, here. Physics. Modern physics was the favorite topic. Current electricity, favorite topic. Electrostatics, gravity, favorite topic. EMI/AC, favorite. Ray optics, big chapter, but very favorite. Units and dimensions. These are all 11th standard topics. Units, dimensions, error, motion in 1D, 2D, rigid body, system of particles, thermal physics. These are the favorites. In that also I have done the analysis, which are the subtopics which were favorite and most repeated. Okay, these are the most repeated subtopics. So I have analyzed it till the last detail, my dear warriors. Dimensional analysis, errors and combination questions, kinematic equations, projectile motion, non-uniform motion, blocks, pulleys and string. By the way, let me tell you, the syllabus of physics and chemistry is same for JEE and NEET. Okay, so don't think, sir, are these same topics there in NEET? Yes. Okay, finding power and work. Okay, block, pulleys, friction, momentum, angular momentum, energy conservation, finding moment of inertia, SHM kinematics, simple pendulum questions, buoyancy and pressure, Bernoulli's equation and continuity, viscosity, elastic modulus was also there. Also thermal expansion, conduction, first law of thermo, Newton's law of gravity, Kepler's laws, mirror lens formulas, prisms, refraction, total internal reflection, apparent shift, electric field potential Gauss law, combination of capacitors, KCL, KVL, magnetic field finding, Lorentz force, dipoles in a field, Faraday lenses law, AC with LCR power, right? Then thermal expansion, then EM waves, energy, photoelectric effect, wave particle duality, Bohr's model, atomic spectra, nuclear parameters, binding energy, diodes and application of semiconductors and logic gates. These were the subtopics which were favorite. And remember, JEE paper is of 25 questions. And these topics were asked in those 25 questions, means in your paper, when you are going to be asked more than 25 questions, my dear students, what is going to happen? Obviously, these topics are going to come 100%. So these are like sure shot topics which are going to come. Going on to chemistry, this is how it looked like. Where did we go? Yeah. Organic chemistry, these were the topics. You can see GOC, hydrocarbons, named reactions, very important. In named reactions also, which were important, you can take a screenshot. Biomolecules, yes, many people skip the topic. Amines, by the time you complete organic chemistry, many people give up by the time you reach amines. Please do amines. Alcohols, phenols, ethers, acidity order was most commonly repeated. Structure of atom, thermodynamics, mole concept, only these two things were important. Practical organic chemistry was also important. Electrochemistry was also been asked. That's in physical. Okay, even ionic equilibrium, redox, these topics, chemical kinetics, solutions, these were the topics which were very, very important in chemistry. So think about it, 25 questions if these topics were asked, 100% in your NEET paper. When there are so many questions, these topics are sure short topics. Inorganic, P block, D and F block, chemical bonding, qualitative analysis, yes, and periodic properties, the trends were very commonly repeated. These were the things. Okay, mathematics we are not going to do because obviously you are bio students, right? So these were the topics. I just gave you those topics right now. So now what does it mean for all of you? You need to get back to work. Everybody, are you listening to me? You need to get back to work. Okay, so this analysis will now help you understand what is the reality, because the paper, if it is easier for everyone. If bio paper is difficult, you cannot ignore bio 100% because the paper may be difficult, might be tricky, all right? And also number two, remember bio carries more weightage. Okay, bio carries more weightage. Number three, bio is given higher priority in case of a tie breaking. Okay, so all these pointers point towards that biology can't be ignored. That has to be a strong point. In chemistry, if you want to give up something, it could be inorganic, but don't give up inorganic. Few topics I told you, they are sure short topics, you must go through it. But otherwise, organic can be a little bit tricky, can be. I'm saying this is a prediction. Physical, maybe not so calculative. Physics wise, you know, things could be easy, direct. They also understand you are NEET students. So for JEE only, they made the paper so easy. For NEET also, they will keep the paper level easy. But having said that, if you just concentrate on bio and chem, can you crack NEET? Can you get into a government medical college? You only answer me. Obviously not. Obviously not. You will not get government medical college because you will be losing on 180 marks. You have to bare minimum get 120 marks at least in physics, even if you are the worst student in your coaching or class. And if you feel, have a little bit of hope, attend my classes. I will make you reach 160 plus easily. And if you are dedicated, you are committed, trust me, I can give you easily 170 plus marks. So I want every one of you to be in all the classes, be it physics, chemistry, bio, on these all these days, right? And we are going to be committed towards NEET. Let me tell you that. So Super 6 series is continuing. Super 6 series will have all the NEET PYQs, theory, NCERT lines, everything, the theory, application, concepts, problem solving, previous year questions. We are doing it all for you in big sessions, in detailed manner, right from scratch to the hero level. So attend all these classes, okay? So I hope this analysis has helped. Thank you so much. This was Captain Shreyas. Do leave a comment after the session is over. Yeah, WP. And yes, smash the like button too. Thank you guys for joining in. Captain Shreyas signing off. Hasta la vista.